These crimes have come to an end and assure everyone that the peace will be restored and
Attention, citizens of Tokyo! This is ATLUS, coming at you with a special announcement. And thanks to your fantastic feedback, we here at ATLUS know that every last one of you loved Persona 5. And because of that, we're bringing you an all-new dancing game! Exactly what you guys wanted, right? And we're making one for Persona 3 for no reason at all also. And then we're giving you Persona Q2! Because everyone loved the first one after all. And no, this one's also going to be on the 3DS. Sorry, Switch users, but we have something in store for you later with the announcement of P5S. And we'll disclose more information towards the end of this broadcast. But in the meantime, did you know that Persona 5 the animation is getting another OVA? This time focused on Goro Akechi. Still not impressed? Oh yeah. What about Persona 5 The Royal? It's going to be an all-new remake of Persona 5, a la Persona 4 The Golden style. This time we have a new character. Her name is Kasumi, and she will be a new Phantom Thief to join the party. Oh, you guys are a pretty tough crowd, not gonna lie. Well anyways, since you keep demanding a Switch port of Persona 5, we thought we'd give you something a little different. How about Persona 5 Scramble, the Phantom Strikers? This is going to be a Dynasty Warrior style Persona game featured on the PS4 and Nintendo Switch. That's what you guys wanted, right? Hold on, I'm getting a call. Hello? Oh, they didn't actually want that? But I thought they wanted some Persona 5 content on the Switch. Oh, well, I guess I can go ahead and give them that as our last resort. Hopefully they'll at least like that. I'm sure Nintendo fans will eat that up. Anyways! Joker Smash. Now, I'm sure that all of you have noticed that the Persona series' popularity is currently at an all-time high. And I, having been a fan of the series since the release of Persona 3 FES on the PS2, couldn't be any happier. And at this rate, honestly, in like 10 years, Joker will be thought of as one of the greats, like being up there with the likes of, say, Mario, or Link, or Cloud, or, Master Chief, I guess? Hell, honestly, he's already there. Literally, just look at the Smash roster. ATLUS is shoveling Persona-related content out, and I actually have no complaints about it. I'm one of the rare fans of this series that has actually genuinely enjoyed and loved every single spin-off they've released, and I really look forward to more of them, honestly, though there are some out there who, despite this, for example, hate them. They absolutely hate them. So if you're a new fresh fan of the Persona series, let's say that 5 was your first game, either you picked it up because you've heard really good things about it, or you like the aesthetic and the music, or maybe you just saw Joker and Smash and thought, hey, I want to know what that cool fella's all about.
Looking cool, Joker!
I'm sure you've noticed that the ATLUS fandom is divided into two general halves, and it can be very toxic. There are the Persona fans and the Megaten fans. Now again, to those of you who are new and aren't aware, the Persona series is a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei, so people have been hardcore fans of that long before Persona, at least as we know it today, and I'm only counting like modern Persona as a series, were even conceived. These fans are outraged by the surplus of Persona content, and not without good reason. Like, I totally get it. Shin Megami Tensei 5 has been teased here and there for a while, and we've only seen vague trailers of it. No gameplay, no story, we haven't even seen a character. Meanwhile, we're seeing trailers, characters, gameplay, even new music all booming from Persona. And ATLUS is doing this because they recognize Persona as their biggest intellectual property. They make Persona, it sells. Something that few of those Shin Megami Tensei fans realize is that Megaten is an extremely niche series. At least here in the West. In Japan it's actually quite large. But anyways, I remember a time when Persona was niche. Like, I would mention a Persona and some people would say, that weird anime game on the PS2? And I'd go, yeah, that one. Though Persona became more well known during the Persona 4 era, or as I like to call it, the Golden Age. get it because Persona 4. Anyways, it became more popular, but it still was nowhere near mainstream. I mean, we had Persona 4, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona Q, which are some insanely weeby JRPGs, a genre that already wasn't exactly explosive in the West. We had Persona 4 Arena and Arena Ultimax, which were just two ArcSys fighters that just weren't BlazBlue. At least that was before ArcSys went on to create its big reputation as the single best anime fighter developer out there, due to their success with Dragon Ball FighterZ, Cross Tag, and everything BlazBlue, and also Unist, whatever the FGC's calling it, I don't know. And then we had the odd one out, Dancing All Night, a niche rhythm game for a niche JRPG franchise that was sold exclusively on a niche and underperforming console. So needless to say, Persona was something people were sort of aware of, but it was by no means popular. Hell, Persona 2 didn't even release in the States until the PSP remake came out. You may be wondering where I'm going with this. So what if I told you that there was a time not too long ago when I was absolutely outraged by the rapidly growing popularity of the Persona series? Shocking, I know, right? Anyways, we begin to exit the golden age, and then it happened. Persona 5 was announced. I remember when they showed the first few trailers, hell, when they tweeted the first promotional art of the protagonist in that like mugshot background with Arsene, and I thought it was the coolest character design I've ever seen. So I cosplayed Joker in the year 2016 at my local convention. No one knew who I was. I had commissioned the cosplay from an Etsy seller, whom of which I no longer remember the name of, and for a good while I was the only Joker cosplayer anyone ever saw. Outside of Japan, I imagine. Well, I don't want to say I was the first one in the States, but I'm at least confident in saying I was the first one in my state. Now, fast forward to late 2017, and I went to one of my favorite conventions of all time, Anime Weekend Atlanta, as none other than Joker. I was so excited to go and get some photos taken at the Persona photo shoot, only I started to feel like all the Kirito cosplayers did in 2012, just a strand of hay in a haystack, another fish in the sea that happens to be filled with only millions of the same exact fish. Anyways, there were so many Jokers, I was actually kind of devastated. I felt so unoriginal and unhappy, and now this is the part where you say, but why, Trifecta? Why would you be so annoyed by other people enjoying the series that you know and love? Isn't that childish? And you're right, it was very childish. Because of Persona's nicheness, how relatable the characters were, and how amazing and cool all of the concepts and music were, it was instantly something that I started to personally identify with. I deeply attached myself to that piece of media and held it dearly. When someone else insulted Persona, they were insulting me, and any criticism towards the series was an attack on my character. And I think that this immature mentality is what compels these Shin Megami Tensei fans to go out of their way to, gatekeep, per se, and bully new Persona fans, or sometimes all Persona fans. It's toxicity, plain and simple, though it's not like I don't understand it. I used to look for any escape there was from my daily life. I hated the world, and I felt like an outcast. I felt alone. Persona was the series that made me feel like I could have a nice social life, as well as discover who I am and have others accept me for it. I started to find myself canceling plans with IRL friends to spend time with characters like Mamoru, Kazushi, Yuko, Kenji, or even my personal favorite, Tanaka. So after that moment at that con, I outright hated Persona for a total sum of 9 months. I thought I'd never go back to it, but in those 9 months, I gradually grew to like Persona again. How, you ask? Well, in those 9 months, I did a lot of growing up myself. I had a falling out with someone who I considered to be my lifelong best friend, and I was bullied into being homeschooled. During this time, I was begrudgingly cruising through my New Game Plus playthrough of Persona 5, and I hated the sight of it. Like, it repulsed me, but I went through it anyways. Everything I saw in that game reminded me of the fandom that I hated, or my ex-best friend, who I would discuss every last little detail of the series with. Though finally getting that 100% completion ratio, and seeing the Platinum Trophy pop up on my screen was by far one of the most liberating experiences of my entire life. I had so many bottled up emotions that were tied to that game, and I always associated that series with a time of my life that I could no longer get back. It was painful to think of, but finishing it felt like I closed the book on an old chapter of my life, and seeing Joker in the epilogue get in the van and ride up with his friends, his hair flowing in the wind, I felt so free. Not to mention, I was soon after introduced to a new group of friends that have rapidly became my ride or die close circle. I felt like things were turning up, and well, they were.
But anyways, I'm personally very, very hyped for all the Persona spin-offs, though can I just say one thing? Okay, so Persona 5 Scramble the Phantom Strikers is by far one of the worst titles I have ever heard of for a game, and it's baffling. The same series has the title
Persona 4 Arena, the Ultimax Ultra Suplex Hold,
which is hands down the single coolest name for a video game I've ever heard in my life. But anyways, at the end of the day, I want everyone to love and enjoy Persona. I want to see it grow and become larger and become a giant of a series that everyone holds dear. And if they decide they want to try out Shin Megami Tensei as well, then by all means, go right ahead. I think Joker being in Smash is a great way to make the series bigger than it has ever been, because let's face it, Smash is one of the biggest games of all time. It's a casual household staple, and it's way up there with the highest sold games on any given Nintendo console that has a Smash game. I guess at the end of the day, my point is, enjoy what you want to enjoy, and don't let anyone lessen your enjoyment of those things. I guess that also means that you shouldn't be cruel to others in defense of those things you enjoy either. Just love what you love, and try not to be a jerk. That video sure got a lot more deep than I had originally anticipated. Let me know how you guys like this video. I was trying to do something different than what I usually do, and I'm just glad I got a chance to talk about the series I love more than anything. I may make more videos about Persona down the line, so if you're interested in that, then I urge you to click that subscribe button so you won't miss out on any future content. I'm sorry this sort of turned into a rant, but I hope you liked it nonetheless. Anyways, this has been Trifecta talking your ears off for the past however many minutes, and I thank you for watching.